So what we're going to be working on today is more of a hira ichimonji position. Okay? Hira ichimonji is one of the most important positions because it's all about shifting the hips, getting used to using the hips, and this movement is the same movement that's in your sanchin. You know, same movement that's in uke. You know, so the shift is really what you're doing, except you might have a bit of movement to be able to accommodate that. Okay, so very important movement, hira ichimonji. Okay, so we'll just start off with some leg raises to start with, just as a way to warm up. Okay, so the best way I find for this is to find a flat surface. Okay, and what we're doing to start with is you're trying to bring the heel up and not let the toes point down. So trying to bring the toes up as well. Alright, and really trying to feel it in your butt. Okay, so don't let yourself sort of like move all the way forward. It's better to only be able to lift your leg a little bit, but get it into your butt. Okay, we'll do six of those raises, and then 6 raises just at the side. You can see here my range is not great, but just go up to what I can do. Instead of like doing this, yeah, keep myself upright, try and lift, try and feel it in my butt. Okay, so we'll do 6 each side, 2 sets. Okay, so starting with the right leg, 1, 2, 3, try to keep the toes up, and then sideways, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, same thing on the other side. So find a surface, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry, I just start my timer. So if you just trying to make sure that these stay to about 15, 20 minutes. Okay, so just quick rest through there while I was doing my timer. And again, okay, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, oops, sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, other side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, up to the side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so this is another good exercise. One of the old school exercises that they used to do in Japan. It's just walking up and down the dojo, doing their soku gyaku. Okay, so soku gyaku, you're trying to, you know, it's essentially in kuno kata, flash, up and kick. Okay, so we're just going through an up and kick, but keep on moving forward. So important things in here, when you're kicking, don't try to kick high. Okay, because what ends up happening when you try and kick high is people like do these weird things with their back. You've got to try and push yourself forward, because the idea in soku gyaku is you're trying to drive them away, trying to move their mass. Okay, so only kick as high as you can where you can keep upright. So if you're finding that you're doing this, lower your kick. Okay, this is actually not an easy movement, this sort of compression movement of your body. Okay, so what we do, we bring the knee up, push out. Okay, with a little bit of dynamic. All right, try to keep the heel down, and it's always good to have a bit of a angle on your foot. So say if I'm coming through, you watch my back foot. If I come through and I go like this, that's harder to kick high than if I do that. Okay, so because of you know, how your hips go through. So doing this allows the hips to rotate, which allows you to get more compression in that position. Alright, so 6 kicks up. Right, if you've got a good space, you can do it while you're walking, and you could even alternate legs. So for instance, you go 1, 2, 3 as you come through. Okay, so let's do 6. 6 each side. So I'm going to do 6 one side. Trying to get the knee as high as possible. Alright. As much as possible, if you can get your knee up to the chest, that's the best way. Knee up first, and then push out. Okay? Alright, so next one is a side kick. Alright? And this one, similar to hira ichimonji, what we do from here is we start in kamae, we step, bring the knee up, and kick out. Okay? So, again, you might not have much range here. Maybe that's as high as you can get. Alright? What I'll do is I'll just push this up, just so you can see my other knee. What's important is that we don't do this too much. If you watch my other knee, don't let it like do some weird thing where it's going off in this direction. Okay? Keep your knee nice and straight as much as possible, and that leg comes out. Okay? Same thing on the other side. We step and up. Alright? Step, up. So you see on that side I have to take note of my knee position. There. Okay? Alright, so I find as you lower, makes it a bit easier to kick. Okay, so let's do 6 each side. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Very good. So let's do 6 more frontwards. So up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sideways. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Good work, everyone. Alright, so last one is a back kick. So find a surface that you can lean against, and we're just lifting up the leg. Alright? Lifting up the leg, you might feel this more in the opposite hamstring, depending on your flexibility. Alright, so from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? Good stuff. Alright, so you've got a little bit of tension through the body through here, so what we're going to do now is going to look into this hira ichimonji. Okay? Hira ichimonji means like, so ichimonji means number 1 stance, and hira I think means open. Yeah? Who knows? I'm sure lots of people do, but it's a blank to me at the moment. So, what we do for this, alright, is depending on your flexibility, will be where your feet are positioned. Alright? If you're quite flexible in the hips, you might be able to have your feet in completely opposite directions. Alright? The problem with this is that when people try to do this, their feet are able to accommodate it, but their knees are not. So let's say I'm on this line. Alright, I'm going to put my knees all the way, I'm going to put my feet all the way this way. And if you can see my knees, they're definitely not lined up with my feet position. If I wanted to do this, I'd need to be pushing my knees out and hips down, okay? Again, it's important to train where you are, practice to get better. So, you know, if you need your feet to be 45 degrees, so that your knees are in line, and you can get compression through your body and rotate the hips, do that, okay? Don't just like, oh, I'll be a yahoo, I'll go a bit further. Yeah, you want to go to your limits, just a tiny little bit more, okay? Not like well over your limits, okay? What's happened to my clock here? There we go, alright. So, what we're going to do is we're going to do 2 lots of 30-second holds in hira ichimonji, okay? Same thing again as what we did in ichimonji, okay? So, from this position, the driver is knees out, pelvis under, lower. Knees out, pelvis under, lower. Alright? So only go as far as your knees will let you. Alright? If you need to bring the feet in a little bit, that's okay. Okay? So arms out. I'm going to do it sideways so that you can see my alignment. See what I do with my butt, because a lot of the time people will stick out like this, particularly if you're able to arch your back. After all my years of training, that's not a position that's natural to me, so having this hollow shape is more likely, so I'll tip my pelvis under. Okay, so we'll get started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, so you've got 30 seconds in here. Alright, so make the 30 seconds count. So if you need to, if you're like, oh, this is too hard, bring the feet in a little bit. Okay? Knees out, pelvis under, lower. Alright? Try and find the limitations of your movement. Try to find the location where you can't hold it. You're just on the edge. Okay? Should be firing in your legs. And that's 30 seconds. Good work. Okay? So we'll keep on doing. We'll just do 30 seconds rest. Same again. So this is really important, being able to find the points of compression within your body, because that's really what you're doing for your uke. So when you're doing a lock, you're trying to find those points, those little points of compression to engage the rest of the body. Alright, we've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, here we go. Knees out, pelvis under, lower. Okay? If you're feeling it bend your legs, maybe sway side to side a little bit. Just a tiny bit, just to move tension throughout your legs. Alright, and while you're moving, making sure knees out, pelvis under. Yeah? Should be hard work. You should be almost there. And that's time. Okay, good work. Right, so what we're going to do from here is do a little bit of movement. So what's important is being able to find that location. So spending time in that space. We might do another 30 seconds, just because I think that location is very important. Being able to find the tension within that particular pose. And then we can move, and when you move, you naturally lose tension. Okay, we've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hira ichimonji. If you're feeling in your legs, think about your shoulders, think about your back. Shoulders up and down the back. Knees out. Pelvis under. Lower if you can. Keep breathing. You got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very good. Okay. Good work, everyone. So next one we're going to do a bit of movement. Okay. So from that hira ichimonji location, all right, moving from side to side. Okay. Now, when you move from side to side, same thing again. If your feet are pointing out at 45 degrees, your knees need to move over your feet. All right. So that means that you'll be doing this sort of arc as you come through and around. You won't be going straight side to side. If you're going side to side, what that means is you might be putting tension on your knees. So, yeah, let's look at my knees again. Instead of bending in the way that they're meant to, they might be shifting like this. Knees aren't meant to bend this direction. All right. So from this hira ichimonji, in here, okay, like this. So we'll do 30 seconds of that. Okay. So just chill for a second. Do it in 10 seconds. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so hira ichimonji, rocks. Alright, try to keep your upper body nice and strong. Alright, if you can, lower. Okay, pelvis under, knees out. This is hard work, yeah? So, you want to hope that I remembered what time we started on. And 3, 2, 1. That's time. Okay, so what you need to do between sets, just shake it out. Alright. Give you a bit more rest on this one, 40 seconds, just so we get back onto the timer. So, yeah, these are a very important movement here. Being able to shift, because this is the whole, like I said, this is the whole movement in pretty much everything. Kion happo, sanshi no kata, even when you're taking locks. So if I'm taking lock like this, being able to shift and hold that position, very important. Okay, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright. Are your feet in the right position? Rocking over your knees, going over feet. Maybe go a little bit further than what you're doing. Yeah? Knees out. Pelvis under. Lower down. You've got 10 seconds. Maybe. I'm not very good at keeping in this timer. Alright? If you need a break, bring your arms in. Right? Maybe if you need a break, bring your arms out, and that's time. Just doing something with the upper body sometimes helps the lower body cope with tension. Alright? Alright, so now continuing on with that exercise, each time you do it, it gets a little bit more, we add something to it. Important thing there is to not miss the thing at the beginning, that first exercise we did where we were just standing there, right, finding tension. Okay? So we'll get started in 13 seconds, okay? Or, sorry, I haven't even shown the exercise. So what we're doing from here, same thing, okay? We're going from here, ichimonji, uke, 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 uke. Okay? So same thing. Yeah, so making sure that we've got this line through here, you're bending through your knees, you're not going like this. If you look at my knees, see how like the movement pattern isn't over, like I'm moving in this plane, but my knees are in this plane. I need my knees to be in line with my body. Okay, so let's get started in 3, 2, 1, 30 seconds. Okay. Okay. Yeah, halfway there. Alright, if you're finding it too easy, lower. Knees out. Pelvis under. Keep your back up straight. And that's time. Okay? Another 30 seconds and then we'll go again. So I'm doing these all back to back to back, so you could do the same thing if you wanted to make it like a longer workout, or if you want to keep it to separate days, it's okay. Yeah, just take what you can. Okay, in 3, 2, 1. Okay. Knees out, pelvis under. If you're finding it a bit easy, and try and maybe push the toes out so you're going a little bit more parallel. If you're finding it too difficult, push the toes in, come up a little bit, and that's time. Good work. Okay? Alright, and then following on for that one, you can also continue the next, but let's call that what we do from here. Uke, ski. Uke, ski. Uke, ski. uke, ski. This is a good tester for your ichimonji. What will end up happening is that people sort of like go like this, and then when they turn the other way, they're like knees going all the way out this way. So while you're doing this, you should be able to change side and still be in ichimonji. Okay? Hey, dozo. Thank you very much.